Number 1, we start in season 28 Cagayan, and Sarah is caught between two alliances. Both are vying for her to be their swing vote, to give them the majority they desperately want. She can either go with her original Apari alliance with Tony or stick with her new alliance that has Cass. Decisions. So Tony tries to woo Sarah and...
Swear on your badge right now.
Swear on my badge what?
That you're on our side, that you're gonna vote for somebody on either Spencer or Lindsay. I mean, Spencer or Cass.
Spencer or Cass?
Yeah.
I don't know that I can do that yet, Tony.
I'm in the best spot that you can be at in this game because 5 and 5, and guess what? I'm in the middle. It's a Sarah sandwich. It's perfect.
Sarah is way too confident. That isn't just my interpretation, by the way. This episode is painting Sarah in a very arrogant light. Her arrogance has risen like 1,000% this episode, with her basically being the deciding vote between two alliances. So confident, in fact, that despite the Apari Alliance wanting Jeffra out due to how easy it would be, Sarah says, no, I want LJ. He doesn't have an idol, and I want him gone. But this is dumb for multiple reasons. One is that LJ does have an idol, and both Cass and Jeremiah say he probably has an idol, since Jeremiah says we don't know who else on the Beauty Tribe would have the beauty idol, so therefore LJ probably has the beauty idol. And he's right. I mean, LJ does. Sarah is sticking to her guns though. She says, them not agreeing with me is angering me, and no one should be angering me. All right, Sarah, who do you think you are? Chill out. The queen? Oh boy, I mean, she literally says that. The arrogance on display here is something else, and Cass is ticked off by it. Tony then talks to Sarah again and says, I promise you final 3 if you come with me. And she still won't say yes to him. Like, what are you doing, Sarah? Just say yes. If you go with him, you look good. Looks like you stood by your word. And if you don't, well, you were already backing out the promise you're making anyways. So just say yes. What are you going to hurt? I am dumbfounded.
First vote. Jeffra. Sarah. 2 votes Jeffra, 2 votes Sarah. Jeffra. We're tied again. Jeffra. Sarah. Tied again. Jeffra. Sarah. We're tied. 5 votes Jeffra, 5 votes Sarah, 1 vote left. 7th person voted out, the first member of our jury. Sarah.
Bang, bang.
Sarah, the tribe has spoken.
Sarah played herself. So hard. She had all the power in her hands, and she blew it by being far too cocky. Number 2, we now jump back to season 8 All-Stars, where a second tribe swap has taken place. Lex and Boston Rob are buds from before the season even began filming, and Boston Rob's girl Amber is now on Lex's tribe. So Boston Rob, knowing that Amber likely could be voted off, makes a desperate plea to Lex.
If you can.
Simple enough, Boston Rob wants Lex to save Amber over one of his own alliance members so that come the merge, Boston Rob will join forces with Lex and they can run the game to the very end. So instead of voting off Amber, Lex sacrifices one of his own in Jerry, and when they do finally merge, Boston Rob says, psych, you got played.
As soon as we merged, Lex comes running over to me. Rob, make me feel comfortable. Tell me that I'm safe. I appreciate everything you did to save Amber, but myself, Amber, Big Tom, Jenna, Alicia, and Rupert have agreed to stay together as a group. I can't even believe what I'm hearing. Well, I'm making the deal, save Amber, and I'm gonna help you later on? You guys didn't really believe that, did you? Come on.
Let me tell you something right now. That was not a game or strategy decision.
It wasn't strategy decision. It was nothing to be angry about.
It was a brother coming to another brother saying, friend to friend. And you know what?
Right.
I had my game all worked out. And if I had gotten rid of Amber, you know what I would have come in here with? I would have come in here with my numbers advantage. And I did that just because you're my friend.
I've been playing the game since the second I got here. Make no mistake about it. I am playing the game.
I want you to say that you're gonna be true to the word you gave me.
The word I gave you, make no mistake about it, Lex. Between you and I, the word I gave you was that if I can take care of you, I will. I'm sorry, I cannot.
I just can't even believe what I'm hearing. You got more allegiance to them than you got to me. After asking me for a special friend favor.
Dang. After Rob asked Lex for a special friend favor, those are the best kind. Lex, of course, gets voted out, and by saving Amber, he completely killed his own chances of winning this game. Do you want to tell me what videos I should make? Well, the patrons on Patreon pick this video, and you can pick what I make too. You also get to watch everything I make up to 7 months early and join our Survivor Fantasy League. If you're interested, then there's a link in the description. Thank you for your support. Now with that, number 3, season 24 One World sees a special case. Colton of the Men's Tribe had an idol in his possession, was amongst a group of strategic morons, and while I am unsure if he wins if he reaches the final 3, he seems destined to get that far based on how aggressive he was and how much everyone else was willing to just let him run over them. He accomplished so much in a short amount of time. Heck, this is the guy that told his tribe, let's give the other tribe immunity and we can go to tribal council and vote one of our own out after they had already won immunity. And so they go to tribal and Colton does this.
Who don't you like in this game?
Bill.
Wow, Bill.
I've been on my own since I was 17 years old, man. Me being poor, that's just my life. When you're a struggling stand-up comic, I mean, that's what you do. You don't make very much money, you sleep on people's couches, and you go from gig to gig. The truth is, that's what I do.
Yes, I did go to a private, all-white school, but I do have, African-American people in my life.
Who?
My housekeeper.
So, I mean, that just put us on a weird vibe from day one.
But she's
totally
like a
different
member
worlds.
of our family. She's...
A paid member?
Yes. I mean, yeah, she didn't work for free. Don't live off the kindness of others.
Are you out of your mind?
What in the world? Is he lacking that much self-awareness? So you might be expecting Colton getting his tribe to go to tribal and then saying this dumb stuff in front of them would get him voted out. But no, it doesn't. In fact, Bill gets voted out instead. And that just shows you the power Colton has over these, again, strategic morons. But then, plot twist, Colton gets medically evacuated only a couple of episodes later due to an assumed appendicitis. All momentum and power Colton has leaves because of this medical evacuation. And you might say, well, that's unfair to call this a downfall then because he had appendicitis. But as it turns out, the appendicitis, it wasn't real. It was a big bag of nothing. So the show asks him to play again. And at the beginning of episode 3, on Colton's second chance at Survivor, he pulls this.
And now, Colton, you're crying. What are you crying about?
I can't do this.
Meaning you're quitting? Again, a very selfish move.
Wow.
What is it that has happened on your tribe that's forcing you to quit for what now I can confirm for myself is the second time? The first time you feigned an appendicitis. Turns out you didn't have it. You want to own that one now?
I don't know what it was. I mean, I was treated for a bacterial infection. People can say till the cows come home, I quit.
Is that how it goes, Colton? If things don't go your way, let's just stop?
Maybe, I don't know.
In Jeff's eyes, Colton quit twice. The first time due to who knows what really happened since nothing happened, but the second time due to no one wanting to play with him since they all saw how much of a jerk he was his first go around. Number 4, we go back to season 9 Vanuatu and the women are running the game. Every single man has been picked off except one. That's right, Amy Cusack is running this tight alliance of 6 women and they're about to vote off Chris. Chris knows he's dead in the water. He even tells us that, this is his philosophy, you question a woman's character, you question a woman's ability, she'll snap your neck. You open your heart, show a woman you're vulnerable, then they start thinking with their heart, and that's when they open up that back door. Again, that was Chris's philosophy. He knows he needs Amy and her sidekick Leanne gone to make these women scatter and stop being so united, and his lucky break is here as the reward and immunity challenge sees everyone's loved ones on the island, namely Chris's fiance. So as they get to do this challenge with their loved ones,
Come on, baby. I think this goes down here, Lauren. No.
And they have it. Amy wins immunity.
Sorry, I didn't win.
Good communication with your partner. As a result, you are safe. Tonight's tribal council.
Amy's got this in the bag. She has the 6-1 majority and immunity. Chris is done. But those emotions Chris displayed, apparently that gets the women to stop thinking strategically and start thinking with their hearts. As we go back to camp, the women start saying, it isn't really fair to vote off Chris when there's someone here we don't like, namely Eliza. So Chris snitches this info to Eliza and says, hey, there's clearly a pecking order amongst you 6 women, and at tribal council,
First vote. Eliza. Leanne. Eliza. Eliza. 3 votes Eliza. 1 vote Leanne. 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 We're tied. 12th person voted out of Survivor Vanuatu. Leanne. Leanne. Tribe has spoken.
But that's just 1 vote, and Amy still holds a 5-1 majority, right? Wrong.
13th person voted out of Survivor Vanuatu. Amy. Amy, tribe has spoken.
Yeah, the women felt bad for Chris, suggested voting off one of their own, and Chris ends up wiping the floor of all of them. Chris beats 6 women when he should have been voted off next. Number 5. It is season 20, Heroes vs. Villains, and both Heroes and Villains tribes are headed into the merge with 5 members each. Both sides have an idol as well. JT has one idol and Parvati has the other. If the Heroes tribe wins this battle at the merge and gets the numbers, it's very likely JT goes on to be the first ever 2-time winner of Survivor, as he is the most respected in his tribe's group. But JT thinks, why do I need to wait until the merge to make a risky play when I could do it right now? He sees Russell is the only guy left on the villain tribe and assumes, well, that means the women have an alliance and they're picking off all the men. So if there's a way I could flip Russell, we can make this an easy win for us heroes. So believe it or not, JT drafts up a letter along with his idol and hands it off to Russell at the next immunity challenge. And when Russell gets back to camp,
play the idol tonight.
For sure.
To save yourself.
Save myself.
Because clearly, you're on the outside of an all-devouring female alliance.
Right.
Hopefully, I can trust you and you're not truly a villain.
Yes, I am.
Let's do this together. See you soon. BFF forever. XOXO. JT. Destroy this right when you finish reading. I can't believe he's writing all this.
He's telling me what to do. He's giving me pointers. How do you give the idol king an idol? Here, Mr. Russell, here's an idol. This one's just for you. Well, thank you. You know what? I think JT just handed me $1 million. Hey, I guess he can afford it.
Holy crap. JT swung for the fences and he missed. Russell may be the only man left on his tribe, but that is by design. He is running that tribe alongside Parvati, and in fact, Russell hands Parvati JT's idol, so now she has 2. She has all the idols in the game. So we go to the Merge Tribal Council where Danielle has immunity around her neck from winning the challenge, so she is safe. The heroes are banking on a Russell flip, so they can only vote for Jerry, Sandra, or Parvati, and
Sandra, that's for you. Get out of here, for real. Jerry, that one's for you too.
Damn it. Thanks, Jerry. Sandra, these are both hidden immunity idols. Any votes cast for Sandra or Jerry will not count. Jerry does 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 not count. JT. JT, that's 2 votes, JT. 11th person voted out and the 3rd member of our jury. JT. JT, tribe has spoken.
I feel like a total idiot right now. This is probably one of the biggest moves in Survivor history, and it did not go in my favor. It's pretty terrible to be voted out by your own idol.
Parvati played that perfectly, and JT goes home due to his own idol. What a moron. It would have been amazing if it worked, but it was a plan that was far too risky due to how little information he had to work with. Number 6, we go back to season 15 China, where James has 2 immunity idols. Yes, just like Parvati did. If he can save these until the final 5, he can just idol his way into final 3 and potentially win the $1 million easy peasy. After all, he's in an alliance of 5, so why wouldn't they just pick off the 2 others from the other side and become the final 5? It seems so simple. So at the final 7 vote,
if anyone has a hidden immunity idol, now would be the time to play it. I'll read the votes. First vote, Todd. PG. James. James. 2 votes, James. James. 10th person voted out and the 4th member of our jury. James. James, tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
I have the 2 idols. I guess I should have played them. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I kind of caught a feeling, but I still didn't do it. You can't be angry with anybody. It's a game. I mean, they played their best hand. They did what they're supposed to do. I rolled the dice too many times, and I just got caught up.
James got voted out because he had 2 idols. He was way too confident that his alliance would just let him walk into the final 3, and he paid for it. Numbers several. Survivor 46 saw Maria running the late game. She had the numbers, the power, and had no reason to believe the jury would not respect her when she eventually reached the final 3. All she needed to do was get out her pesky number 1 alliance member, Charlie, and get him on the jury, get his butt on the jury, because he would be a vote for her, and she knows it. In theory, Charlie could claim a lot of the moves she made, and she did not want to share credit, and hey, I don't blame her. But then, as Venus is voted out at Tribal Council, she calls Maria a farce. Okay, that's a really G-rated way to not like somebody, but Maria, this is it, dude. She's super prideful, and it's shown quite a few times this season, and doesn't handle perceived disrespect well at all. So being called a farce is like, I guess, the ultimate disrespect to her. Maria then says the others' biggest mistake is not voting her out. Okay, well, be careful what you wish for, Maria. As Charlie says, now is the time. We strike. Maria needs to go. Denise isn't cutting Malcolm this time. Malcolm's cutting Denise. Charlie then wins reward, takes Kenzie and Liz with him, and
getting to hear from Judy, my girlfriend. I get to see what she's thinking about this whole crazy experience. I miss her so much and think about her every day. But if I remember one thing, it's that my sister, my dad, my mom, my girlfriend Judy, they all told me to play to win. If I'm going to play to win, I'm going to be betraying Maria, who I've played the whole game with. And those reminders to play to win are going to fuel me to the end of the game.
Charlie then says, I'm putting all my chips into the middle of the table on Maria. We got to get rid of her. We then cut to Maria sobbing back at camp because she did not get her letters from home thanks to Charlie. Well, that was kind of an interesting edit. When he gets back to camp, Maria says Charlie is great and they are 100% going to be friends after the season. Oh, well, I mean, hey, I will say, I like Maria, like she does have her emotional stuff. She has like the pride and she's got the, oh, if you disrespect me, I'm not going to like it. But I will say, at least it seems like her and Charlie are good. Like she's not going to take it personal if Charlie knocks her out. That's how it's been shown so far. She then tells us that she is going to need to blindside Charlie to win this game. The duel is on. Who will get what they want first? Well, Maria wins her 3rd immunity, and that means Charlie needs to go after Q since he is the only one closer to Maria than Charlie. Charlie has the numbers to make this happen, by the way. At least it seems like he does. And Maria has no idea. I mean, Charlie tells Maria that Q is next. Like he lets her in. He's like, hey, here's what I'm doing. And Maria lies out her butt. She's like, oh yes, definitely. I'm definitely voting for Q as well. She's not. She's voting for Charlie tonight.
13th person voted out and the 6th member of our jury. Q. Q, the tribe has spoken.
Maria lost that battle by losing her close ally in Q. And holy crap, this is huge. Charlie swayed the minority to vote with him, and now Maria is dead in the water. She has been bested by someone almost half her age, and again, her ego struggles to handle this. She does indeed get voted out next, and that final tribal council gives Charlie zero respect by not voting for him and instead voting for Kenzie, someone she was not aligned with and not working with. Why? Well, I kid you not when I say that Maria claims she voted for Kenzie over her number 1 ally in Charlie because of the glint in Kenzie's eye as she made Final Four fire making. Holy crap, Maria cannot be serious. So after the game, we see her and Charlie explain what really happened in their eyes, and
it happened multiple times on the last day she was in the game. She was like, Charlie, get to the final 3. You've got my vote.
There were 2 moments for me that really affected me on a personal level. And it was watching Kenzie make fire, watching her fight for her life to make fire. The look in her eyes was so powerful. It was palpable that she was so proud of herself to get to that point.
At one point, weeks after the game, she told me she regretted her vote for Kenzie, wished she would have voted for me, only to then retract that regret and say that she couldn't have any regrets. So she's not going to regret her vote.
Then comes Final Tribal, when Q asked the question, what will you do with this money? And Kenzie said, since I was 15, I've basically had to work and given a space for everybody to work. And I've never really taken the time to be selfish and take this for myself. I want this for myself. She told us she wanted to get married. She was about to get married, wanted to have a family. And if anybody knows me, that's the reason why I came on this show. I came on this show so I could be selfish for once as a mother.
Of course, she definitely would expect my vote if I was on the jury.
But I was one of 5 people, right?
Sure.
So like pinning this one vote on me, and I was the decide. No, 5 people voted for Kenzie.
Who do you believe? Comment below and let's get a poll on this thing. Number 8. Season 4 saw the first ever infamous Survivor downfall when John Carroll seemed destined to win. You see, over the first 3 seasons of Survivor, whoever was in the majority alliance was going to win. It always worked out that way. And this season, in season 4, John's alliance is up 8-3. But no one in the past 3 seasons that actually won the game had to deal with players like Boston Rob or Sean Rector, who don't put up with any of John's BS at any point in time. Boston Rob goes around telling everyone everything that he hears or thinks he hears, and John doesn't like this at all. He claims his alliance is not an alliance, but just a group of individuals voting on their own.
So you went right to Kathy and told her right over at that other side and said, they're going to vote you out first. I'm not going to have this conversation. Don't lie to my face.
Obviously, it was a mutual agreement between everybody, and now this changed?
Dude, how can it be a mutual agreement? Each person is an individual and they get to decide to whether.
But why wasn't the individual vote get thrown in when it was Gabriel's turn to get voted out? It wasn't individual then, it was an alliance of 7, right? Everybody was like, we team.
I mean, I thought we had an agreement, Zoe, no? You and I?
Agreement about?
Didn't have an agreement about taking everybody from this side of the island off? No. You don't remember anything about that? And Kathy wasn't your first choice as soon as she got here?
How did you ever get that?
How do I ever get that?
Wait a minute,
unbelievable. Tell the truth for once, will you?
Sean is not putting up with John's BS, and Boston Rob is calling out John's alliance member Zoe right in front of Kathy because he's telling the truth. Once Sean, Rob, and Vesepi are voted out, Kathy is next. So Boston Rob does bite the dust despite all the work he put in, but the seeds are planted, and some of John's alliance members are seeing that, holy crap, we might be next after Sean and Vesepi are voted out. So when they all go to vote at Tribal Council.
First vote. Sean. Sean. 2 votes, Sean. John. John. 3 votes, John. That's 4 votes, John. The 8th person voted out, first member of our jury. John. John, the tribe has spoken. Okey-doke.
For once, the majority alliance is upended on Survivor, as the entire Road to 4 that should have been the final 4 are picked off one after the other. So I ask you, which Survivor downfalls should I include in the next edition of this series? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks for liking and subscribing. I'll see you all next time.